All right, so kind of give us a sense. That poll, Adam Jonas, he spelled it out. It's not scientific. It's not official, certainly not random, but it seems to speak to the sentiment. I also want to ask you about politics. How much of are politics having an impact on the Tesla stock? In general, it seems to be more, I'm going to use kind of euphemism, but left-leaning people that seem to be into buying EVs.
Yeah, I mean, clearly that survey is another example of the noise out there. Just the continuing question, is Elon Musk distracted in Washington rather than having his hands on the wheel at Tesla, right? And most likely we're going to continue to see this question persist here in the next few weeks as we get closer to kind of seeing the quarterly results. It's just part of this bigger, broader issue that Tesla's had since Elon has become so much more political. Traditionally, electric car buyers have been Democrats. They have been come from places like California, which really embraced the idea of Tesla, embraced that green cred. Republicans, maybe not necessarily as anti-EVs, though some of the data would suggest they're now becoming more interested in Tesla, but we haven't seen them come out in the droves that would be needed to replace those Democrats.
So, I mean, there are some fundamental reasons why Tesla shares are down outside of this sentiment that he's distracted. I'm looking at the European numbers. I mean, big declines across the board, double-digit declines across the board, the biggest in Germany. In February, deliveries down about 76%. But is that also, in your mind, is that tied to some of these political developments and also just the sense that he's distracted? Or is it simply competition? Chinese EVs have become just kind of a movement in Europe.
Right. Well, so we got geopolitical issues as well. Musk has become very political globally, but also you're hitting it on the head. Tesla's lineup, its vehicles are relatively old. I'm sure there is the Cybertruck, but that is not, has never been seen as some sort of massive mass market vehicle, very niche, especially among U.S. buyers. It's not something that's going global exactly at this point. But then also the idea of the Model Y. There's been some updates to it, some refreshes, if you will. There's some thought that maybe some buyers are on the sidelines waiting for that vehicle to come out. But it's a big issue for Teslas. They don't have a hot new vehicle out there to motivate people to come out and buy that sheet metal.